This year's coverage of SHOT Show 2018 is sponsored by Olight.
Alright guys, SHOT Show. Oh gosh.
What did I do wrong?
That's good. We're going to keep that.
Okay.
Alright guys, SHOT Show 2018. I'm here with Joe Flowers at the Condor Tool and Knife booth. We've got 20-ish, give or take.
20-ish, yeah.
Probably a little bit more.
20 to 30, yeah.
New items. Some of them I'm like, yes, I love that. Some of them I'm like, who thought of that and how in the world would you use that as a knife? But we're going to find out because Joe knows how to use knives. So
yes, use knives. Or knives use me.
Yes.
One or the other.
Let me hop to the other side of the camera, and then we're going to have him give you some of the details on the new gear.
This is probably one of our more popular items this year because it's so shiny and it can kind of, reflect onto the camera there. This is called the Big Leaf Knife, and contrary to what me and a couple of other guys have thought as a fan or a boat paddle, it actually has some really cool uses, such as a draw knife. When it's this thin, which is about 2.5 millimeters thick, it has a lot of mass behind the cutting edge, so you're able to chop with it more. It's this barong-esque style that's coming up this year. Oh, did you hear that?
I did.
And it also works now as a dinner bell too. Perfect. Now I'm hungry. New this year, name is pending. We may change the name on this. It's called the Amalgam. The word amalgam means mixture. This is a mixture of a kukri and a parang. It's super, super, super lightweight, has a skeletonized handle, great for flinging around and trying to pretend you're cool, which I'm not going to do. It's actually a new version of a fidget spinner. Feel how light that is. I'm gonna put you on the spot there and feel how light that is. We tested the snot out of this and we're really impressed with how well it chopped. Also with a kind of like a kukri-esque small taper at the front for whittling things like your own human finger. This is going to be 1075. 1075 with a 4.5 millimeter thick handle, a distal taper all the way to the edge, false grind or swedge on top, whatever people are calling that now, because we're super technical, and a brass wire wrap that is recessed so that it won't hurt your fingers when you're carving with it. That brass wire style is going to be new for a bunch of different knives that we have coming out. We took a while ergonomically to recess this to make sure, hey, this isn't going to dig in your hand at all when you're using it for heavy carving or any sort of carving features. You can see this new flint edge design that's coming with a neck knife. This is going to be in 1095 with this flint setup. This is a new matte grain design that's really cute. A small personal carver style with a little fire steel notch at the very end. We have a Viking knife with a stick tang this year, new for 2018. You can see the laser etching on the side. Speaking of laser etching, I'm really proud of this guy. This is the indigenous puko. This indigenous puko has some designs on it that are found in the Sami or Scandinavian reindeer herder tradition that they would carve on their blades, but I also found a lot of similarities in the Polynesian style tattoos and Polynesian designs that are out there. And so we found the combinations of both of those that were the same and put them on this knife. And so we're calling this indigenous because no matter who you are, you were indigenous at one point in life because you're from somewhere. Oh, we're getting way too deep there. We have a big one and a small one. They're made out of metal and wood. There we go. And they also have recessed wire wraps. This is a smaller indigenous, and I really love this guy. Remember when we were out in the desert earlier? I had this on my side because I absolutely love it for just a general walking knife. Now, for those of you who want something more modern, I actually, contrary to popular belief, don't put Scandinavian grinds on every design that I do, which is kind of guilty. So this is a full flat grind with a secondary bevel, a black linen or a black paper micarta handle, which is a new material for this year. You can see how we have a shield design on the back. Full tang. This is a little bit different than most pukos because puko, which basically means knife. So when someone's saying puko knife, they're saying knife in Finnish language, are stick tang, but these guys are full tang. All all 1095. 1095, 3mm thick. 1095 is a new steel. Started working with it last year. Really happy with the edges. You can see this guy's been carving all day. Factory edge is capable of doing these fuzz sticks right away. We did that live on Facebook earlier. With a guy who's way better at fuzz sticking than even I am, which isn't very good for me. But they're all coming with a leather sheath. This is a black leather sheath that comes with the urban everyday carry, and then we have a Puko style sheath that'll be coming with the other indigenous EDCs. It's pouch style sheath, and it comes with a drop sheath on it. You can see all the hand stitching that's been done on this guy. Really, really cool. Matt Graham's having that done on a lot of his sheaths as well. You can see this one, we used half a cow for it. That's a running joke with how, with the fact that we could also use this as a shoe. It's pretty awesome. The Aatrox. Naming it after a snake. I got a herpetology background, love snakes. We have Crotalus Aatrox, which is a western diamondback rattlesnake, and then Bothrops Aatrox, which is actually a species of viper down in South America called the Fertilans. And so we named this Aatrox. This is a 1075, 4.5mm thick, 2-tone micarta handled monster. It's part survival tool, part fighting knife, because it can be used for both. Well, any knife can be used for fighting, but this particular guy is designed to do both. So it's light in the hand, very agile for learning how to cut. I'm not Doug Micarta, so I can't say, oh, it will kill, but I just did, so there we go. Swedge, false edge on the back. We don't sharpen these just because it's going to be easier to ship to some of the other states which have that rule. Kydex sheath designed by Julio Diaz of 710 Kydex. He hand did the sheath, designed it for us, and we're like, okay, you are now our Kydex sheath designer. And so that guy, the same guy, designed our K-Tac kukri sheath. And so it comes with a Kydex sheath, which nestles in there like this. Of course, it's removable, and you can take it and strap it to your pack or tractor or whatever else you want to strap it to. The handle itself is got a swedge design. This one's the prototype, so it's a little sticky. And we also got to be careful not to cut the people with the camera. But full flat grind with a Condor edge and hollow rivets. So that's new this year. We have a fishing knife. We have a new axe with a removable handle, if I can do this on my palm. Ah, cool, I did it. Awesome. That didn't even hurt that much. Okay, so this is a travel hawk designed by a gentleman named Tony Lowak. You can see his insignia on the back. This travel hawk design has a spot to hold with your hand so that you can use it for an ulu or for chopping and skinning things, or have it to be more compact if you're traveling, hence the word travel hawk. And it has a special hinge on the handle made of American hickory. Snaps in there. You're ready to go for all your chopping needs. Take it off, go to SHOT Show, get lost in the desert, have fun with it, and because you were able to travel with it well. He didn't get lost in the desert, I'm talking about us. Francesca axe. This French style axe is new this year. You can see the couture, or I don't even know how to say that right. The style that is with this axe. It has this kind of bow to it, prominent in that style axe of the time. Used for combat and a little bit of chopping as well. A hickory handle that's been burnt, and you can see the insignia, the what is that called? The fleur de oh, I can't even say. Fleur de lis, fleur de lis, fleur de lis, that it be. And now the Francisca axe, it be. I can't freestyle it. I'm sorry. Sorry guys, that's above my pay grade. We have some new designers this year. Tony was one of them. Walter Matthews is another one, and he designed this thick beast called the Selknam, and it comes with an awesome sheath with a flint and steel striker. Actually thought ahead this year, God forbid, and actually brought some flint to demonstrate it. Easier. That's actually probably hard to see on camera, but maybe we've got it. Yep. Cool. Finally, the lighting at SHOT Show is worth a hoot. And of course, it has a small pouch for you to store your flint or your other fire strikers. Ferro rod holder on the side. This guy is going for a street price of around $100, and it has a bow drill divot and some other features such as a nut splitter on the end. And I believe this guy is almost 5 millimeters thick, 4.5. So it is a thick knife with a large, meaty Condor edge on it. And this is actually the prototype. The other one is a little bit more pointy.
What's the grind on that guy?
They call it a giant Condor edge, which basically, it's basically a giant convex edge. You'll see it on some of our other knives, like that guy over there. So that's new this year. We have a fishing knife with cork in case your boat doesn't float, and that way you can hope to get a knife back, so you'll be able to fight off the sharks. And then of course it flexes like a normal fishing knife should. This guy is the Toki, also designed by Walter, another one of his large designs. It has these thumb grooves on the back, a bow drill divot, and a spot for a ferro rod striker. It's a little bit more streamlined, whereas this guy's a little bit more tactical, and they come with a similar style sheath, so a sheath more like this. We have a mini Hudson Bay. The Hudson Bay is one of our best sellers, so the mini Hudson Bay we decided to design naturally. We got the Luger Lu. There's a gentleman, an awesome and brilliant gentleman at Condor Tool and Knife named Jorge Humana. And he said, Joe, we should try and design an ulu together. And if you know what an ulu is, it's an Alaskan style chopper. So we designed this really interesting knife with a handle that went up to here with a hole in it that you could hold. And I designed a lot of it. He just kind of helped me with it. And then we were looking at it and we were like, Joe, this is kind of an ugly knife. And I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, I should probably walk away from this design. He's like, yes. All right, so how do we fix it? And so he told me to take the handle off the back and to make it more simple. And so this streamlined kind of leaf style shape came, and this is going to be made out of 440C stainless steel. The thinness of this knife, it's either going to be 2 millimeters or 3 millimeters. We're still playing with it, and you'll see it in the catalog, the actual specs for it. But it's 440C. That's a cool steel. Everybody's like, man, I need this CPM 55,000 steel, and everybody's doing all this stuff because they don't like sharpening their knives. 440 was awesome back in the day, and 440 is awesome now because you can actually get an edge on it and use it. And you want to be able to get an edge on your kitchen knives. Did I say kitchen knives? Wait, there's more. Condor knives saving lives because we got some kitchen knives. We have Santokus, and we have the other Japanese style cutters that are out there in 440C stainless with a two-tone handle, both hickory and walnut. And you can see that they're thick. These are bone choppers. These aren't just used for cutting. They're used for thunk, thunk, thunk. I'm actually a horrible kitchen person, cook. That's what you call those people. I'm a horrible kitchen smith, a chicken smith. So I didn't design these. Condor did, and of course you can use a pinch grip on these for your normal culinary cutting and your other stuff. Hey, there's Wingman. What's up, man? Where can we find out more about your stuff? On Wingman?
Wingman 115 YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe. Also Facebook, Instagram.
There it is.
Sorry to make him photobomb. I was like, oh, all right, more promotion, why not? Canadian belt knife style knife. This is more of the style that you'd see up in Nova Scotia, Canada, you know, that region. We wanted to do our own version. We didn't want to just outright, you know, copy all the other versions that are out there. And we talked with a lot of people and said, what do you like about these knives? What do you not like? A lot of people wanted to see more of an American style handle on it, so we still kept this hunting knife thin. We wanted to keep it correct, but you can see the high grind, high hollow grind. That's a lot of H words. High hollow grind up top, and it comes with a wonderful leather sheath that is somewhere over here at the time. There we go. There you go. It also helps if I stand still. So these Canadian style knives that you see on people's belt, that's what we were going for, but our own more original version of it. Instead of having the point going up, we kept it in line because a lot of people like having the point in line with the tip on their knives, whether it's hunting, bushcrafting, survival, or even tactical. You're able to index it, find out where the edge is. Do you carry a knife every day? Of course. Sometimes people carry fixed blades every day. So we have this knife, this everyday carry sexy knife. I'm going to call it an EDS, everyday sexy, because that's what it looks like, at least to me. But then again, I'm biased because I designed it. It has two lines of braided wrap that are recessed in the handle so that they don't hurt your hand. Has an upswept tip, and the cool part is the sheath on this particular guy. It makes it very, very close to your belt, close to the side of your belt, so that it doesn't imprint too much. You can't see it when you're wearing it. This actually goes in a lot more, but I'm not going to force myself through it and try and stab myself on YouTube. Wait a minute, that could get you more views. Yeah, let's do it. All right, fine. Do it your way. Ah, see? Blood free. I don't know why we make these white, because you can see blood everywhere when people cut themselves. All right, so that's what it looks like when it's in the sheath correctly. The skirmish is new for this year. This is that tactical style with a Kydex sheath. It is a full tang micarta hollow riveted tactical knife with a full flat grind secondary bevel. We're calling it the skirmish because it'll help you out of any skirmish that you might get into. And you can see how it nestles in to the wonderful Kydex sheath there. Holds it very, very well. And the sheath itself is removable. So if you want to put your own style holster on it, you yank this off, put it on your vest. So that's what's going on with that guy. Iron Path, big chopper. You may want to review this guy. You like choppers. This guy is a very thick, it's a very thick chopper. That's about all I can tell you about this, except that, spoiler alert, it has a point down the center line, has ergonomics for better chopping, and that sweet spot right at the end, it took us forever to figure out right where we wanted that curve. But it's very ergonomic handle. We don't have any choils or anything here so that you can still use it for slow chopping, and of course a lanyard for safety if you're one of those who uses lanyard. Different sizes make people happy. This is a mini Greenland axe. If you know what the Greenland axe is, it's very simply a craft axe. This guy is perfect for making spoons, fireboards, a lot of smaller crafts and things that people would use out there. So there's a lot more going on with the Condor brand. If you go on condortk.com or on Instagram or on YouTube or on Facebook, you can find out about us at condortk.com. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to this human right now if you haven't already, and give him a thumbs up. Thanks guys for watching. I'm Joe Flowers with Condor Tool and Knife, and lifetime warranties for life.